Hello and welcome to my channel. There are some situations in which knowing the type of an object during runtime is useful. For example, knowledge of an object's type at runtime is very important when you want to cast it. An invalid casting will cause a runtime error. Many invalid casts can be caught at compile time, but casts involving class hierarchies can produce invalid casts that can be detected only at runtime. Think about this situation. A superclass called A can produce two subclasses B and C. So casting a B object into type A or casting a C object into type A is legal. But casting a B object into type C isn't legal, because an object of type A can refer to objects of either B or C. So at runtime, how can you know that what type of object is actually being referred to before attempting to cast to type C? It could be an object of type A, B, or C. If it is an object of type B, a runtime exception will be thrown. The solution in Java is runtime operator instanceof. The general form of instanceof is like this. Object reference is a reference to an instance of a class, and type is a class type. If object reference is of the specified type or can be cast into the specified type, then the instanceof operator evaluates to true. Otherwise, the result is false. So you can use instanceof at runtime in order to find type information about an object. Here the point is that the instanceof operator can be applied to objects of generic classes. Before going to our example, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I want to ask you to subscribe my channel and also give me a like to encourage me making more videos. Thank you. In our example, generic2 is a subclass of generic, which is generic on type of parameter t. In main method, three objects are created. The first one is integer object, which is an object of type generic integer. The second is integer object 2, which is an instance of generic 2 integer. And also a string object 2 is an object of type generic 2 string. The first condition succeeds because integer object is some type of generic object. But the second condition fails because integer object is not some type of generic 2 object. The use of the wildcard enables instanceof to determine if integer object 2 is an object of any type of generic 2. Integer object 2 is tested against generic wildcard, the superclass type. This is also true because integer object 2 is some form of generic, the superclass. The next point is that you can cast one instance of a generic class into another only if the two are compatible and their type arguments are the same. In our example, this is legal, but this one is not legal because it is not an instance of generic long.